mutant brothers and sisters, all dead.
Countless others experimented on, butchered. Eric, where were you, Charles? We were supposed to protect them. Where were you when your own people needed you? Hiding. You and Hank, pretending to be something you're not. Eric. You abandoned us all.
In a reality where those meant to uphold justice allow all kinds of injustices to occur, it's only a matter of time before someone finds the courage to act, not as an agent of chaos, but as the only one willing to do what everyone else wants, but is too afraid to. It's a final act of desperation, a justice that knows no bounds or morals.
Anger does not change the fact that your father failed to act.
The man had a gun.
Would that stop you?
I've had training.
The training is nothing. The will is everything. The will to act.
Without willpower, we are mere puppets of destiny, sheep of the herd. It is what leads us to be different. Only with it can we decide for ourselves who we are and who we will become.
Typical of humans. They scratch the surface and never think to look within.
This blindness is our greatest weakness, the very thing that makes us easy prey for those who know how to manipulate appearances. For in a world of illusions, truth is the deadliest weapon of all.
You can see how everything is just a random rearrangement of particles in a vibrating superposition. But you see how everything gets washed away in a sea of every other possibility.
Where fate plays with our decisions and actions, does it make sense? Every choice, every move creates ripples that can take us to unexpected places. And while some get lost in the uncertainty, others navigate towards their own goals, defying the currents and turning possibilities into certainties.
You came to kill the devil, right? Look, that's what.
I keep you safe.
And if you think I'm evil, well, just wait till you meet my parents.
I've been invisible my whole life. I guess I won't be anymore, will I? They'll remember me now. They'll remember both of us.
Good and evil are merely human constructs, concepts shaped by perspective and our need to make sense of our actions. What one person calls evil, another may see as justice or even necessity. The lines between right and wrong blur and intertwine. There are no absolute heroes or villains, only individuals willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their goals.
Become more than just a man in the mind of your opponent. Who is he? Now he is a prisoner.
What'll happen to him?
Justice? Crime cannot be tolerated. Criminals thrive on the indulgence of society's understanding.
An empire toppled by its enemies can rise again. But one which crumbles from within, that's dead. Forever.
We need balance. This leniency only emboldens those who prey on others. Someone needs to take charge and do what's necessary without being held back by imposed morality. Wouldn't you seek your own justice if someone you loved was hurt and their attacker got away with it?
The probability of widespread annihilation kept going up. The only way to stop it was to show it. To scare people straight. Because what reasonable human being wouldn't be galvanized by the potential destruction of everything they've ever known or loved? To save civilization, I would show its collapse.
That makes enemies. Those people that call you dirty because you got the guts to stick your hands in the mud and try to build something better.
Devastation and chaos make no distinctions. In that abyss, where everything crumbles, the mind reaches its limit. The terror of losing everything of watching everything once loved turn to ash, is enough to break even the strongest spirit. It is in that despair that a villain is born. For every villain has a reason, and it's not their fault. They never dreamed of this path.
I had all the pieces. I had the answers, but I didn't know how to make them listen. You gave me that. I gave you nothing. You showed me what was possible. You showed me all it takes is fear and a little focused violence. You inspired me.
Fear is a universal language. It's a powerful tool, capable of shaping wills. It's the system's method of control. In the darkness of fear, masks fall, and true intentions are revealed. Respect born of fear, but it is a double-edged sword. And where reason fails, fear always prevails.
Is this not your natural state? It's the unspoken truth of humanity that you crave subjugation. The bright lure of freedom diminishes your life's joy in a mad scramble for power, for identity. You were made to be ruled. In the end, you will always kneel.
They may even hate me. I'll let them hate, just so long as they fear. A force of something almost indescribable moves through your blood and takes you over completely.
In our quest for control, we lose ourselves in a labyrinth of ambition and betrayal. Freedom is an illusion that only brings chaos and disorder, for your freedom ends where mine begins. It is in submission that we find a twisted security and peace, a stability that only the yoke of power can provide, because deep down, we fear the responsibility that comes with true freedom, preferring to be led, even if it means sacrificing our own will at times.
What is the nothing?
It's the emptiness that's left. It is like a despair, destroying this world. And I have been trying to help it.
But why?
Because people who have no hopes are easy to control. And whoever has the control has the power.
That's power you can't buy. That's the power of fear.
I'm not afraid of you.
Because you think you got nothing to lose. But you haven't thought it through. Now you think, because your mommy and your daddy got shot, you know about the ugly side of life, but you don't. You've never tasted desperate. So don't come down here with your anger, trying to prove something to yourself. This is a world you never understand, and you always fear what you don't understand.
Despair is a monster that consumes you from within. Those who haven't stared into the abyss of despair will never understand the true cost of sacrifice and survival. That idealized justice is merely an illusion in a game we can never truly control. Reality is painted in shades of gray. Every action has a consequence. And just as every good thing has a bad side, every bad thing has a silver lining.
I've lived 1,000,000 lifetimes. I've gone through every scenario. This is the only way.
I know the joy and the pain of having you as my mother.
And you know I would only do the right thing for her. For you.
Right is a tiny box invented by people who are afraid. And I know what it feels like to be trapped inside that box.
It's a prison of rules and expectations that stifles true potential. Those who fear the unknown cling to this box, believing it provides security, when in reality it's merely a cage that prevents us from evolving. Who decided what's right and what's wrong? What's right for one person might be wrong for another. Every action, every decision can be viewed through multiple lenses, hence the true complexity of the human experience. In the end, We're all heroes and villains in the stories others tell about us.
But you chose the humans over us. I exist only to protect Krypton. That is the sole purpose for which I was born.
Always remember, your enemies think that they're doing what's right. They think they're the hero, and you're the villain. But now you know the truth. There is no good. There is no bad. Only weak or strong.
We always see the villain for what they are, without knowing the whole story of how they became who they are, just the mistake they made. Yet the hero takes center stage. That's why we love the hero and hate the villain, until we understand why the villain became evil. But being right doesn't make you good, and being wrong doesn't make you bad, because everyone has their reasons for being the way they are.
And every action I take, no matter how violent or how cruel, is for the greater good of my people.
And why do you want to kill me? I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No. You complete me.
Villains forge their own convictions, shaped by their experiences. Heroes, on the other hand, are given a purpose, fighting for what they're told is right. Most villains are right. They just go about things the wrong way. If that weren't true, we'd always be rooting for the bad guy.
All this time, I wasn't looking for you so I could kill you. I was just looking for someone who could see what I see. Feel what I feel.
Oh, you think you're better than us? Without us, you will always live a life of
fear. I do love the smell of fear. It's intoxicating.
It is?
You are no bounty hunter. You are death. But I'm still alive. I find the very idea of 9 lives absurd. And you didn't value any of them. Because Puss in Boots laughs in the face of death, right? But you're not laughing now.
Those who don't cherish life don't deserve to live it. There are people out there longing for just a few more moments to see their loved ones again, yet they're denied that chance. For some illogical reason, they're dying, while others have everything but are miserable, oblivious to their blessings and ungrateful for what they have.
It's not possible! I cannot lose! I won't accept defeat! If I don't win, then all my effort, all I've struggled to achieve, all of it will have been pointless! I'll lose everything just like I did before! And I absolutely refuse to go through that again! Might makes right, and might alone! Without strength, we have nothing! I cannot! I will not!
What is that? I got bored one day, and I put everything on a bagel. Everything. All my hopes and dreams. And it collapsed in on itself. Because you see, when you really put everything on a bagel, it becomes this. The truth.
What is the truth?
Nothing matters. Feels nice, doesn't it? If nothing matters, then all the pain and guilt you feel for making nothing of your life goes away. Sucked
into a bagel.
It doesn't matter what you use to justify war. Religion, philosophy, resources, land, revenge, love, even a win. No matter how trivial the motive, they're all worthy causes for war. There will always be war. The reason can be found later. Human instinct seeks conflict.
We wage war and we burn sacrifices and pillage and plunder and tear at the flesh of our brothers. And why? Because God gave us violence to wage in His honor.
I thought God gave us moral order.
There's no moral order as pure as this storm. There's no moral order at all. There's just this. The constraints of society were lifted, and I was all that stood between you and a meal. You would crack my skull with a rock and eat my meaty parts.
What happened in there, that's humanity undressed. Fueled with the terror of becoming prey, see how quickly we become predator? See how quickly civilization disappears? All your fine manners, education, background stripped away in the blink of an eye, leaving a boy with a club who beats another boy to death to stay alive.
Throw a dog a piece of meat, and we'll always snap it up. Give a man power. Man is a beast.
I told you they could never understand you. And what they don't understand, they fear. And what they fear, they seek to destroy.
They will say you are lost.
But I'm right here.
No tears for me?
Everybody dies. It's just life around here.
Well, look at what I've done. I should have taken you back long ago. Instead, we are both abandoned here.
Well, maybe your home's the ones that's lost. That's why they can't find us.
I told you it could not be done.
You told me a child did.
But no ordinary child. A child born in hell. Forged from suffering. Hardened by pain.
Do you know how pain enters the body, Marshall? Do you?
Depends on where you're hurt.
No. It has nothing to do with the flesh. The brain controls pain. The brain controls fear, empathy, sleep, hunger, anger, everything. What if you could control it?
The right combination of words will make a man do just about anything.
Cause and effect. Action and reaction. If you know the physical properties of something, you can make it do almost anything you want. Human beings are no different.
But at heart, most of us are weak, compliant, scared.
It's easy to fool people when they're already fooling themselves.
And fear so easily turns to hatred.
For the first time in my life, I never wanted for anything, materially speaking. I learned the ways of commerce and how fear can be a tremendous motivator.
You let the small things slide. You'll be failure.
I also learned a valuable lesson. No matter how loyal you are, no matter how hard you work,
you're always expendable.
Trust is the same thing as reliance. It's a fault of cowards. I have no need for such weakness.
The world saw me drowning and did nothing. You watched me drown. Yes, you were there. Everyone's got a million apologies in them.
You built such a beautiful life, filled with love and family. I never got that chance.
Collateral damage, chaos, death. This is your legacy.
I'm your legacy. I have nothing because of you. My future, my family. You stole that from me.
If you don't protect what belongs to you, then sooner or later, it belongs to someone else. That goes for your land, your wallet, your home, your country, everything. It is your job as a man to protect it.
And what have you ever loved? What have you ever sacrificed?
The world would have looked to the sky and seen hope, seen mercy. Instead, they'll look up in horror because of you. You've wounded me. I give you full marks for that. But, like the men said, what doesn't kill you just makes me stronger.
I'm a dirty, shriveled, anemic little part of you that still mules for approval and love. Look at me. We gotta cut that part of you out like a cancer. And then, well then, my boy, you can finally be who you were always meant to be. Pure. Clean. Like marble.
Feeling a good thing. They got your hopes up. So I'm here to save you some time. Eventually, that all just goes away.
No!
All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain.
Fire. It's a reflection of our own mortality. We're born, we breathe, and we die.
You know what the scariest thing is? To not know your place in this world. To not know why you're here. It's just an awful feeling. I almost gave up hope.
Your son killed the only person who ever cared about me.
It wasn't an animal.
She was my mother.
How was it to know? My son was just a boy. Not like you. Where was your honor?
Is that sadness I sense in you, daughter? In my heart, I knew you still cared. But one never knows for sure.
I am grateful. Had you not broken me so completely, I might never have known the value of healing.
Because I've been waiting for someone like you, someone to challenge me. No great man has changed the course of history without being pushed to the limits of his potential.
I'm going to do what you could not. And when it's finished, I want you to remember one thing. Your torment forged me. I owe my victory to you.
Reality is often disappointing. That is, it was. Now, reality can be whatever I want.
When you try to fix people, there are always consequences.
No, stop!
Why should I? I've been watching, and none of these insects deserve to live.
Some people never change, no matter how many chances you give them. There are things in this world that can't be solved with mere kindness. Sometimes it's necessary to be tough on people.
You have acted out of greed and selfishness, casually harming others while prioritizing your own interest above everything else. You hate, envy, and discriminate against your fellow human beings for the most fleeting of reasons. And then you justify your sins and shortcomings with your blind devotion to me, all for the sake of your lousy, filthy, disgusting selves. Humans really are the self-serving, shameful worms I always knew you were. You're absolutely irredeemable.
I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better. I'm not some weak-kneed fucking crybaby that goes around fucking apologizing all the time.
You are better than they are. Superior. That is why you frighten him. If you come with me for the first time in your life, you will be free. Imagine what we could do together. We could reshape the world, remake it however we see fit.
Why me?
Because you're stronger than you know.
Because you're special, Jean.
You could control what's inside you. Harness that power to create whole new worlds. Turn dust into water. Water into life. It's your destiny, Jean, to become something greater. To evolve into the greatest force in the galaxy.
I have had a vision. Tai Lung will return.
Behold, Tai Lung.
Shifu found him, and he raised him as his son.
I have come home, Master.
The destiny of a warrior is never written. It is forged. With every strike, with every lesson. That was Shifu's belief, and it was Tai Lung's as well. But what happens when the prophecy of greatness becomes a shadow that consumes everything?
Guys, I know about Tai Lung. He was a student.
He wasn't just a student.
Your vision was right. Tai Lung has broken out of prison. He's on his way.
Tai Lung is free!
I was beginning to think I'd been forgotten. Fly back there and tell them the real Dragon Warrior is coming home.
He wanted the Dragon Scroll. Shifu trained him. He believed in him.
You are the Dragon Warrior.
He told him he was destined for greatness.
A real warrior never quits.
His training was no burden. It was joy, a promise of a glorious future. Every strike, every leap brought him closer to his dream and to the pride of his father, Shifu. But a dream so great within the heart of a child can become an obsession, and obsession blinds.
And Shifu had to destroy what he had created.
I've always been proud of you.
Yes, you have a new favorite. Where's the Dragon Warrior? Did I scare him off?
Give me one now.
Yes.
So where is this pole?
It was never enough for Tai Lung. But Oogway saw darkness in his heart.
The refusal wasn't just a disappointment, it was a betrayal. To Tai Lung, Oogway's words weren't a warning, they were a final, crushing sentence. The child who had desperately sought his father's approval now saw only a rejection he couldn't comprehend.
I rotted in jail for 20 years because of your weakness.
Obeying your master is not weakness. This is no longer your home, and I am no longer your master.
Shifu loved Tai Lung like he had never loved anyone before.
This battle is between you and me.
So, that is how it's going to be. Our battle will be legendary!
And in his desperation, he unleashed his fury. It wasn't a quest for darkness that corrupted him, but rather rejection and abandonment. He felt betrayed by the only father and the only love he had ever known.
You knew I was the Dragon Warrior! You always knew.
I'm sorry.
But when Oogway said otherwise, what did you do? What did you do?
The world moved on. No one remembered him, not even his own father, who now stood beside his new dragon warrior. And he, the true prodigy, was reduced to nothing but a memory, a monster from a bedtime story meant to frighten children.
And it was my pride that blinded me. I loved you too much to see what you were becoming.
Nothing! You were not meant to be the Dragon Warrior. That was not my fault! Not your fault? It was never my decision to make!
Because what father wouldn't give everything for his son? What father wouldn't do whatever it takes to fix what's broken? What father wouldn't stand by his child, even when they're wrong, and find a way to help them and guide them? Shifu didn't just plant the dream in his head. He taught him everything he knew. More than a father, he was his idol. But in the end, when Tai Lung made his biggest mistake, he wasn't there for him.
Who filled my head with dreams? Who drove me to train until my bones cracked? Who denied me my destiny?
But I was turning you into.
What I ever did, I did to make you proud. Tell me how proud you are, Shifu. Tell me. Tell me.
From the first moment, proud of you.
I don't want your apology. Where is it?
So, is Tai Lung a villain? Perhaps, if we look only at the end of his story. But if we trace his path, from the little leopard who only wanted his father's love, he becomes something else. A victim of ambition, of denial, of the crushing weight of a prophecy he was made to believe.
It's nothing!
There is no secret ingredient. It's just you.
You built these weapons to destroy us. Why? Because you are afraid of our gifts. Because we are different. Humanity has always feared that which is different.
Mortals receive the divine gift of intellect, the potential for wisdom, but they misuse it to destroy the beauty of creation. Mortals do not succumb to evil, they are the evil. They create it and spread it with minds they shouldn't possess. How can we call ourselves gods if we watch this plight and do nothing to stop it?
In every moment, there is the possibility of a better future, but you people won't believe it. And because you won't believe it, you won't do what is necessary to make it a reality. So you dwell on this terrible future, you resign yourselves to it. For one reason, because that future doesn't ask anything of you today.
We have created our own hell on Earth.
Oh my.
The warnings have been obvious, the solutions ignored, so I took action.
Wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention.
People think in terms of good and evil when really time is the true enemy of us all. Time kills everything.
Everyone creates the thing they dread. Men of peace create engines of war. Invaders create avengers.
What you really fear is inside yourself. You fear your own power. You fear your anger. The drive to do great or terrible things. Now, you must journey inwards.
If you're using half your concentration to look normal, then you're only half paying attention to whatever else you're doing. Just pointing out something that could save your life. You want society to accept you, but you can't even accept yourself.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
You turned everyone I ever loved against me. My own flesh and blood! I guess it's like what they say.
We all could go insane with just one bad day.
You will destroy the world, Wakanda included!
The world took everything away from me. Everything I ever loved. But I'm gonna make sure we're even.
Let the past die. Kill it, if you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
You and I both know the real power in this world ain't magic. It's money. Buckets of it.
It's true.
Aren't you tired of living on the margins? While all those fat cats in their fancy cars don't give you so much as a sideways glance.
Ever think what it's like to be someone like me? To be somebody but themselves? They don't. They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little boys. That we won't werewolf and go wild.
Those people up there, the rich and the powerful, they do whatever they want. Guys like us, like you and me, they don't care about us. We build their roads and we fight all their wars and everything. They don't care about us. We have to pick up after them. We have to eat their table scraps.
The powerful will be ripped from their decadent nests and cast out into the cold world that we know and endure. The police will survive as they learn to serve true justice.
Everything they built will fall! And from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one!
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
A world of undisturbed beauty. Mortals are a foolish and ugly mistake that stain the majesty of the cosmos. By eliminating all mortal creatures, we can restore its original splendor and reclaim this perfect creation.
Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.